Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts here and I'm going to give my analysis and thought process, and hopefully you're going to come away from this video with some educational material on technical analysis in general, as well as some profitable trade ideas on these individual names right here. But first, if you're not already a member, go ahead and visit the homepage of the website www.thetradinganalyst.com and get to know us a little bit better. If you like the free videos and you like the free analysis that we give to you on a daily basis, then you're going to love the membership at thetradinganalyst.com. Once you sign up for the membership, you're going to be able to take advantage of the professional chat room, the daily watch list, the real-time trade alerts, which are not only given in the chat room, but for those of you that have full-time jobs, part-time jobs, or maybe you just can't be in front of the computer all day long, well, we give those alerts via text message and email as well. And you're also going to be able to take part in the exclusive member videos, webinars, and education from mentors like myself who truly care about your success in the market. It's a great opportunity and we'd love to have you. All right, so let's get into these charts. The first one we're going to take a look at is Apple, and Apple reached our target. We took it for a long down here, about 105, 106. We sold here on this day. It reached our target on the 11th of October. 118 was the target. It hit that target. It was that target based off of the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level from the highs over here to the lows over here, and that gave us this 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. We took profits there. That was also resistance previously in November of 2015. And it looks like we may see some short-term downside. What I was looking for, and I mentioned it in the last video, and we got it today, was a break of this trend line here on the hourly chart. So here's the trend line here. You can see lots of touches. Lots of touches. Here it is. We broke that trend line today just before the close of the market. So more than likely, Apple's going to be heading lower here in the short term. If it ends up dipping down to 110, 109, this is going to be a good buy zone because we've got the trend line as support right here, 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 and that lines up perfectly with these previous highs right here. The next one we're going to take a look at is Chipotle, and Chipotle came into a support that has held it up many times before. You can see it bounce from this level here, many times before here, and you can see that we got a nice little buying tail from the lows here. So I do think that it's very possible that we get a bounce from this level. We could make another dip sometime soon, but that should get bought. If we dip anywhere below 385, that's below these lows right here, I'm no longer going to like it for a long, but it's a very tight risk-reward area. Buy here, sell if it goes below 385. That's an easy trade. I think that if it gets a bounce, we can expect a bounce up to near about 423, near these highs right here would be where I can see Chipotle heading to in the near term if it holds these levels. The next one we're going to take a look at is Netflix. And Netflix, nice bullish reaction to earnings here. Great company, and it's coming up to a level here. We're kind of in no man's land in between these levels here. So main support is right around 110. And then the main resistance is up here. Here, let me zoom in there. Okay, around 130 to 132 based off of these previous highs over here. So just be aware that if we end up breaking higher, that is going to be a point of resistance here for Netflix, and it more than likely at least takes a short-term pause. So trail those stops and see what you can get out of it. Very bullish at the moment. More than likely, it is heading up to that resistance level, so just be aware of that. The next one we're going to take a look at is Google. And Google, nice bullish action today. broke out to all-time highs. We closed at all-time highs. The previous all-time highs was this candle right here, 819, and we closed over that on some heavy volume. We also broke over all of this resistance right here. These were the previous highs over here. We held above it for a long time. And notice how when the market dipped, Google held up very well, and we got a hammer off of this trend line. We saw some buyers, a little bit of heavy volume here from the lows, so we saw some buyers step in, and we're about a week and a half away from an earnings announcement. And what does this remind you of? Well, I'm going to scroll back here, July of last year, and you can see that we have a very similar looking setup here. You can see it started breaking out a week before earnings, just like it is today. And you can see it started that breakout and it didn't look behind. Another thing you want to notice here is the really tight Bollinger Bands as well. And what do we have over here? Very tight Bollinger Bands right here. It's the gray lines that you have. These are the Bollinger Bands. These are the Bollinger Bands. And you can see they're very tight right here. We're in a very tight range. And today looks like the first day of that breakout. More than likely it's going to continue higher, breaking out to all-time highs the week before earnings. To me, that tells me that smart money is buying Google and that earnings are going to be a nice announcement. So I've been wrong before, but that's what I'm looking for here on Google. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and stopping by. Again, if you like these free videos and the free analysis that we give you on a daily basis, then you're going to love the membership at thetradinganalyst.com. The best part is you're going to be able to take part in the profitable trade alerts, which we give you on a daily basis at thetradinganalyst.com. It's a great opportunity, and we'd love to have you as a new member.